So here, a quick installment at Dave's Garage. We got one of my subscribers here, Ken. Say hi, Ken. Was having trouble getting his, whatchamacallit, his tune ECU connected to the ECU. So we reset a couple things on the phone and got him reconnected. And then we were able to take my map that I've been using for this. Now he does have a set of full headers, and actually the ones I was considering getting. And after hearing this damn thing, I think that's just confirmed that I need to get a set of headers for mine, because it sounds it sounds evil. So we were able to get him connected, got his bike registered to his version of Turn ECU, got my map into his bike, programmed it, reset adaptives, and now he's going to go take it for a spin and see how it feels. So yeah, just go out and ride it for a bit. Just go out for like 5 minutes, get on the road, but get on it a bit. You know, okay. Take it up to 7,000 on full open, wide open throttle. Run it through its paces, because you're going to feel it in the mid-range, but I want to make sure it doesn't start wheezing or feeling like it needs more fuel up top. So put it through its paces a little bit. And I'll wait here. And when you come back, let's get your.
I'll try.
I'll throw my gear on and I'll do it.
I might do that.
But go play with it, because you got to be happy with it. So go get on it a little bit, and then come back and let's hear your thoughts of what you're feeling compared to what it was when you drove it here. So we'll be back in a few. Just another day here at Dave's Garage, and we're back. So let's see what he thinks. How's it feel?
A lot smoother than it was.
Yeah.
Especially decelerating.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was definitely lean before. I mean, we probably could even richen the map up a little more, but honestly, you go by feel at this point. I mean, if you want to throw it on a dyno, then you can dial it in exactly, but...
Well, when I find one that's, I think is a reasonable price, I'm going to do that.
Charles at HFD1 over in Sugar Hill. He used to be
Sugar Hill. I drive through there every day.
Yeah, he used to be the service manager at Hourglass Cycles at the Triumph dealer, and he has his own dyno, and he's been a racer and tuner for decades.
What was Hourglass? That sounds familiar.
That was the one over in Lake Lanier Islands. That was the local Triumph dealer up until
about. Did they sell the Motus?
Yeah, same dealer.
I remember those.
They went out of business when COVID started.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you very much, Dave.
Yeah. So what do you notice? How does it feel? Did you get up in the power band? I mean, what do you expect?
Man, all the roads and the traffic around here, I couldn't get it. I did get it up to about 6,000
okay.
RPM at one point, and it felt. I mean, it just pulls.
Yeah.
It pulls smoothly.
Yep.
Whereas before, I was kind of jerky, especially in the lower. That's gone too. It's a lot smoother. All
right, cool.
And that's mainly what I like. I mean, slow speed maneuvers through parking lots and through the neighborhoods and stuff. I needed something that was
okay. Ride it some more. Now that you've got the map on there, I can walk you through over the phone or whatever.
Well, the fuel table.
Well, you go to the trim table. So if you're like, it's not quite there, it needs a little more, you could go in and just take all the values that I added and add like 5% and try it. Yeah. You make small increments, you'll notice it either gets a little better, or if it gets worse, then you say, okay, well, now let me take out a little bit. Again, on these kinds of bikes, if you want the ultimate everywhere, you go on a dyno and you tune every cell exactly right.
Yeah.
For these kind of bikes, only making around 100 horsepower.
Yeah.
You want it good enough.
I'm prepared to put that kind of money into it.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, a dyno tune Charles would charge you $300 or something for a tune. I don't know what the dealer was quoting 1,000. That's insane. Yeah. But Charles would be a third of that. But
I can do that.
But the difference is as long as it's good enough on these kind of bikes, because the stock maps, everyone said, well, that's a canned tune. Well, so are the stock maps.
Yeah.
You have two of the same bike from the same year, but with the stock tune, your bike might make horsepower more to than mine. I mean, there's always variation in the manufacturing process.
And in the motors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ride it. If you feel anything amiss, let me know what it is.
Okay. And
we can still fiddle with the throttle tables,
okay.
Or we could add a little more fuel if you feel like that needs to be just a little bit richer.
Does anybody read bugs anymore?
To do what?
Read plugs, spark plug coloring.
You could do that. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm used to.
Yeah, you could do that.
There, get
I mean,
that
that'll
hole.
tell you. That'll tell you overall if it's rich or lean everywhere, but it won't tell you. Okay, it's rich here, but it's lean over there.
Yeah,
That's
true.
where you kind of go by your butt dyno.
Yeah.
And so you kind of feel like, if you feel a flat spot, if you feel it like doing surgy, if it feels good, then the motor's in
that. Any of that anymore.
Okay.
was
Then the
like
motor's in that happy range. There's a range that it can fall in where it's going to make a 2 horsepower difference either way if you really wanted to get pedantic about tuning it. Is for me on this kind of bike, as long as the motor's happy and it's not too rich, where I'm going to get carbon buildup or
Right.
in the cat or whatever, and it's not too
Yeah.
lean, then I'm like, whatever, it's fine.
That's where I'm at. That's where I need. Yeah, that's what. And I feel like I'm 90%
Right.
there.
We'll go play with it some more, and when you get some room,
Yeah.
bury the throttle,
Yep.
run it up to 7,000, run it up to redline. Tell me if it feels like it starts to fall off before 7,000. Peak power at these is at 72.5.
Okay,
It'll
yeah,
rev to
yeah.
8, but your peak power is 72.5. So the motor's made to rev that hard. That's where your top power is. So run it up towards the red line and
Right,
see what
right.
it feels like.
Okay. For sure. For sure.
Tom, it was good to meet you
Yeah, you too.
here at Dave's Garage.
Here at Dave's Garage. What
It
a
is.
glorious day.
I mean, I'm Dave, and it's my garage.
Yeah,
So
man.
aptly named. Anyway,
Okay, I'll be out.
good to meet you, man. I'm going to go find
Thanks for your time.
go get
man.
some food. I wonder when my Palmetto's, my shipment from UPS was supposed
What'd
to be
you
this.
get?
I bought a pencil barreled
Yeah.
upper,
Yeah.
and I've got a bunch of those. Palmetto did those special runs of. I got the Angry Joe Biden with the dog-faced pony soldier roll mark. I've got the Let's Go Brandon edition.
No, I love. Yeah.
I just built that one, the lower up, and now I needed an upper for it. And then I've still got the. I think it was Joe Biden. Oh, and I got the AR-14 Ghost gun with the Casper sort of looking ghost on it, and he kept calling them AR-14s. So I got one of those
That's
lowers
right. I
from
remember
Palmetto.
that now, Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
just went through 5 lowers. I mean, 5 80%ers.
Okay.
And they were I can't, I'm gonna say that right now, but she's a not a rep, but she's a county commissioner or something, but her son and my son were big friends, and he was also a Hall County police officer.
Okay.
He might not have been a badge, he worked with him somehow.
Yeah.
But he brought him over and wanted me to do them for him. And when I learned what I
Yeah.
was doing, I decided I'm not doing it
Yeah,
anymore.
you can make it for yourself.
Yeah.
I've never played with the 80% lowers because by the time you get the lower and the jig and all that other stuff to do it, and then if you want to refinish it inside,
Yeah.
you're paying more than if you just bought the damn.
Well, in my
and then you
case,
don't have the
I
headache.
have a milling machine in my garage.
Oh, well.
So I'm tooled up ready for that. And
Oh,
I
that
even
makes it
built
easy.
A tool to hold the receiver so you can lay it down
Yeah.
and do the cross pin holes. You can stand it up, mill out the well. I can get one done in less than an hour.
Yeah.
So that's what I was after.
Yeah, for me, it's like I order this. I'll get an Anderson for $50,
Yeah.
or I'll go get the Arrow upper. Or
Well, they come with a paper tray, and that's what I don't want none of that.
I'm fine with that. That part doesn't bother me.
That is a
Everything we do, these videos, everything you
Yeah.
do is electronically tracked anyway. At this
Yeah.
point, I'm fine with it. But just the 80% lower, it's like, just like quote unquote pistols and other things.
yeah.
It's all a loophole to get
Yeah.
around the NFA, and at
Yeah.
some point they're going to close it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what, I'm just not want to deal with the freaking headaches.
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
So I just buy the lowers
I
and-
kind of put a stop to that, but I still have 2 that are done. I just haven't built them into a rifle yet.
Yeah,
One
All right.
day, it's just one of the many hobbies I got too many of.
yeah. I'll be doing a video later on putting mine together.
All right, what there it is.
All right, man. Well, definitely
Okay.
good to meet you. And then, leave some comments. Let me know how it's working out.
Okay, I will.
And
I'll follow
we'll see you on the
I'm a
road sometime.
subscriber.
Yeah. Just see you follow my endeavors.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll be riding up to Fairburn tomorrow. I know what you're doing. We're leaving here at 9:30, so we're gonna go up there.
Today, tomorrow, Saturdays are usually the wife. There's just the 2 of us now. The kids are all moved away, and we do all our errands on
Yeah.
Saturday.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got my number now. You obviously know where I live. That was funny. I was like, you're like, oh, I'll stop over, and I was like, oh, do you need the address? And I'm like, well, no, he knows the area, and he can just follow my videos back to my house.
That's what I did.
So-
I was really apprehensive about contacting you that way, but
Nah, I'm a pretty approachable guy.
okay. Me too.
All right, man.
Thanks again, Dave.
All right, there you go.
Love your garage.
Thanks.
I love your stable.
It's not a bad little stable. There were more bikes in here. My wife got rid of her Harley and her
Yeah, I remember
bobber.
That was one of the videos, yeah. My
Yeah.
son had a Street Glide, and right about the time I bought this, he decided to sell it. So we never even got to ride.
That thing was a nice bike, but it was 830 pounds plus rider.
Yeah.
It was a tank.
Yeah.
And she was always in danger of dropping the damn thing. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right. There it is. Dave's Garage. We'll talk to everybody later.